incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. From my heart and soul, so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in the sense. Let any come and see, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet his best is soaking it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their optics, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. On that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Big one, 180. 58, right there. Watch QB drop.
On 1st and 10, gone. He gets it to Cooks. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Cooks now in his second season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming to you, coming to you. Value 3, value 3.
Now gone. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check. Motion.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Titans on Ringo. 3 down. SOS.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got Burton here. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
In your face. Check. Fresno. Watch twitch.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. "35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Shut down. Motion. Check. Shift.
Alert.
Tackle.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Alpha.
Check. Shift.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. Going to throw deep. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun. Here's Gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move. A touchdown, LA! Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here this first quarter. Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
There's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, 18.
50, minus 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Out. Check 4.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Taken at about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Here we go. 180.
Come on, D. Sit.
Shell.
They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
76, tell him. 76. 76. All right.
Gurley again here on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It was a play that was designed to trick the defense, to try and fool them. They didn't gain a huge chunk of yardage, but they did pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You got it.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Goff now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now to throw. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. Trying to get it to Woods. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments.